Hands down, one of my favorite recipes I have ever created. Friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica. We are making cauliflower wings today, or just cauliflower. If you don't want to call it wings, that's totally fine. Sticky sesame, crispy, incredible, saucy cauliflower that is great for a snack, it's great for lunch, dinner, football game, anything you want it to be, but most importantly, they are absolutely delicious.
Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is to prep your cauliflower head for your quote-unquote wings. And we're basically wanting to just remove the florets from the stalk. And you can use your hand and just like pry it off, or you can use your knife, just kind of go around, in a circle, just kind of cutting away. And very soon you're going to see, as you're just making indents deeper and deeper, that the florets are going to keep falling off. But also by the time you get the stalk out, everything is just going to fall off, just like you see here. Then you're going to cut your cauliflower into smaller, more bite-sized pieces. And this is up to you. You can make them really big. I like to make them into like wing sizes, pieces that I can enjoy with a few bites and not something I'll be like munching on forever. Then we're going to make our batter. It's going to be flour, our milk, sea salt, ground black pepper, garlic powder, crushed red pepper flakes, and then we're going to whisk all of that together. Add our cauliflower in, and I used to do this one by one until I realized I could just dunk everything in one time. It is exactly the same, to be honest with you. And then you're just gonna stir it all together, make sure everything is coated, and then coat your cauliflower in your breadcrumbs. I'm using gluten-free breadcrumbs here, so if you're gluten-free, you can definitely make this recipe as well. It works perfectly both ways. Then you're just gonna want to make sure everything is nice and coated. I soon realized after this that maybe I need a larger bowl, so start off with a bigger bowl for the breading part. Then you're just going to shake everything around, and it's completely up to you the way you want to do this. Again, you can do them one by one if you really want a super even coated, but you don't have to. Then you're going to place them on your lined baking sheet and add them to the oven to bake at 450 degrees for 22 minutes. And I have full instructions, Celsius conversions, everything in my blog post that's linked in the description box. While I'm adding these to the sheet pan, let me give you some tips. You can definitely use frozen cauliflower as well. I know that's a big question I always get. You just want to make sure that you thaw it in the oven for, I'd say, about 15 minutes just to kind of dry it out at that same 450 degrees. Let it dry, pat it dry, and then you can use it. Speaking of which, my other top tip, make sure your cauliflower is bone dry or your batter will not adhere to it. Now let's make your sauce. You're going to use maple syrup or agave, low sodium soy sauce or liquid aminos, sesame seeds, ground black pepper, ground ginger, a cornstarch slurry, some water, and then you're just going to mix all of that together. You're going to bring it to a boil on the stove and then simmer it until it just kind of cooks down together, and let it cool completely before you put it on your wings. So I like to do this at the start of it going into the oven so that by the time I take it out, it's completely cooled. If you put it on hot, it's just going to completely ruin all of this beautiful crispiness. Then you're just going to stir everything together, make sure it's nice and coated, and put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes to just kind of set. And that is it. I topped mine with some more scallion. I topped mine with some more sesame seeds. It is absolutely delicious. You can make a sauce to go along with this. And yeah, this is one of my favorite cauliflower wing recipes for a game day, a lunch, a snack, a fun games night. There are just so many purposes for it. Be sure to check out the blog post for serving suggestions, how best to reheat this. I'm running out of time right here, but all the information is in the blog post for you.
I've made so many recipes today, so my kitchen is an absolute disaster, so I'm gonna shift you towards the play area. But these look so good, so yummy. I am in love with how these came out. Hands down, one of my favorite recipes I have ever created. So delicious. And since going gluten-free, I've had to switch to gluten-free breadcrumbs, which they're always been in the recipe. I was kind of like gluten-free curious at the time. Maybe that was always my body trying to tell me, you probably really actually need to be. Anyways. And I've been through the journey of the best gluten-free breadcrumbs, because they don't taste exactly the same as regular panko breadcrumbs, but I will try and link this one down below. These work perfectly. These are so good. And I love the spice as well. I've also updated the recipe because first time I made these, I was in Jamaica. Cauliflower in Jamaica is much smaller than cauliflower in America. And so the quantity was, it did say small to be fair, but I don't even know if you can find a small cauliflower head in most places in America. Delicious. The sauce and the batter now reflects what I feel like is an average cauliflower size in America. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to try this out, if you made it already, and what other videos you want to see me create. Thanks for watching. Bye.